Alright. Should we watch our Oshi first and then whatever you guys want for real? Let's watch his new one. Oh wait a minute. Hello? People have been complaining that I'm too loud and the video's too like low. So we need to like up the video volume a lot actually. Yo, we're gonna be watching together again, guys. Don't you miss this actually? No? Did you guys miss it? I know you do. I know you do. Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna be watching HOMM. I'm not really sure what HOMM. Oh, it is Heroes of Might and Magic. Wait, for real? You know, considering the blurry stuff, I feel like it looks like Dota. Or, well, I didn't really play that much actually. Hi, YouTube! Yeah, I forgot to greet. Hi, YouTube! We're gonna be watching together again. Alright, tell me guys if the audio is loud. Or I'm loud? Question? Actually? Alright. Hey, people! Alright, we're gonna be watching HOMM! Olden era type. Yeah. Do you guys like Seth, actually? Seth's my Oshi.
Hey, people. Seth here. Visualize happiness. For me, it is holding my greatest enemy hostage, covering his skin in honey, and slowly roasting it until it caramelizes into a layer of glaze.
Wait, but
I
like
do not
same,
watch. I listen to the cacophony of screams as he's pulled apart like a succulent pecking duck.
Wait! I hate ducks, actually. Wait, do you guys actually eat ducks? They said it's pretty tasty, though, actually.
My only sadness is in the knowledge that I can't do it again. He's beyond my reach, but for his crimes, he has eternity to answer for. Alternatively, sure, I'll take a new Heroes game. I have no financial relation to Hooded Horse or the perfidious child pickup artist involved in his publication. But let's just say, if to Hooded Horse or sure, I'll take a new Heroes game. I have no financial relation to Hooded Horse or the perfidious child pickup artist involved in his publication. But let's just say, if Ubisoft had their way, none of this would exist. Replaced instead with mobile slop shovelware, which I couldn't even access because as of today, my Uplay account has been acquired by a Chinaman. As they say, we each have our own guardian angels. I just didn't expect mine to be living in the prefecture of Guangzhou. As someone who is on several lists, my online security is very important to me. For the past few months, I've been going to coffee shops, ingratiating myself with the Olden infirm, and integrating myself into their geriatric communities. Before long, someone asks me for help with their computer. I oblige, knowing they really just need some company. But this is where I strike. Instead of fixing their computer, I steal their computer and tape a screenshot of a Yahoo Mail inbox to the monitor. I'm able to get about a week's worth of use out of their system before I have to ditch the evidence and repeat the cycle. Worse still, I can feel myself slipping away, as each time I'm forced to snuff out the tender flame of compassion from my heart to do so. There has to be a better way. Introducing ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN routes all of your online activity through secure, encrypted servers. It's more effective than elder abuse and a lot easier on the wallet. Those backgammon lessons were really starting to eat into my figurine budget. What figurines? That's for me to know, and you to never find out. Because ExpressVPN is like being on the Epstein list. Nobody will ever know where you were or what you did. Not your internet provider, data brokers, invasive advertisers, nor scammers can see what you're up to. ExpressVPN keeps you safe. With just one click, you can secure up to 14 devices simultaneously. And right now, you can get ExpressVPN for just $3.49 a month. That's less than the allowance my parents give me. And if you scan the QR code, click on the link in the description below, or just go to expressvpn.com/Seth, you can get 4 extra months of service. That's expressvpn.com/Seth for 4 extra months of service. Gameplay is pretty much the same. Prior to standardized testing, IQ was measured by a player's build order. Regular humans are capable of long-term decision-making, prioritizing an economy, while others build every single unit dwelling and run out of gold by week 2. This designates them as
That's me on every RTS
sapient
shit,
and are promptly shipped to the bauxite mine. Designates them as barely.
Wait, this looks like Might Imagine.
Sapient and are promptly shipped to the bauxite mine to fulfill their destiny.
Heads up, new miner arriving.
But onto the changes. Stack splitting is easier than ever. Same goes for transferring armies and artifacts between heroes. Before, I send them away on their weekly mission of harassing leprechauns for spare change. We're back to hexagons. Why did we ever leave?
This is like TFT. Just joking. That's the only thing I know. Sorry.
Because math is hard, and we're gonna gaslight you into loving squares. Like Tribes of the East, every unit comes with 2 side grids.
I'm not sure if she's referring to the game already or he's
which can be switched at no cost. Like Civilization, every faction comes with a tech tree. Like Tales of Androgyny, skills come with a selection of sub-skills, which are mutually exclusive and synergistic. Unlike the incredibly obtuse and convoluted Heroes 5 skill wheel, which isn't even documented inside the game, we now have subclasses, which still require insane RNG to roll the 5 out of 7 slots you're never going to get. Resources are mostly the same, except sulfur has been switched out for alchemical dust, which is required for upgrading dwellings. Or you can spend it all on an infinitely upgradable golden goose egg, which works off gacha mechanics, except there's no guaranteed pity pool, and it's designed to rob you. Magic now works off astrology. Mage guilds are astronomical observatories. Spells are the stars of a constellation, each of which is aligned with a different school of magic. Daylight cleanses, nightshade curses, arcane controls, and primal destroys. On top of this, you have high neutral magic, which is a 5-week.
So technically it has like 3 different, or like the TFT one is like a mini game type of beat in between battles. Actually, it's like Total War
until
or whatever.
Everyone learns Dimension Door. There's 5 tiers of magic and 4 levels for every spell. These range from tactical to completely busted, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Outside of magic, Focus is a new resource that's generated by attacking and being attacked, which is spent on unit abilities. Lore. We're in the continent of Jadam. That's Might and Magic 8. But it's before Heroes of Might and Magic 1, so there's no devil aliens yet, because Might and Magic 6 hasn't happened. This matters to absolutely no one. Don't even get me started on what a Varn is. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Currently, there's 6 factions, and I'm gonna cover them all. Temple. The Temple of the Sun is known for many things, mainly getting genocided by the same group of adventurers on a yearly basis. Turnover rates are high. Nobody has time to read scripture, and the entire process of catechumenism is condensed to a podcast seminar by whoever survived.
The reason that white people are inferior is because they don't have enough melanin in their skin.
As such, the theology has suffered, and our angels are just golems on string. Regardless, they have some of the best lineup in years. 3 entire shooters, 2 of which can completely ignore ranged penalties, a set of armor which duplicates and reflects every single positive effect, and a solid steel wall of swordsmen, griffins, and inquisitors that ensure their backline remains untouched. And in case you ever get bored of playing artillery death stack that kills everything before it has a chance to get close, they still have cavaliers. I played the self-insert. Effortless Strike removes the focus cost of attacking with your hero. Battle Frill allows you to use it again if you kill the stack, and Inspiring Strike gives a 5% chance of resetting the cooldown per point of morale. But I was already morale maxing, so he killed everything himself and won the match. Grove represents the Druids of Murmurwood. It's Sylvan Rampart spliced with Conflux, except every elemental can awaken to receive a heavy steroid. They're expensive, bulky, and completely grotesque. Pixies are now a neutral unit.
Wait, I feel like this is a new one. You know, like how Might and Magic has up until like what number already, and then this is like the latest one they have, because the graphics of it is kind of different already.
Scraps left over by your haggard butch lover, an amalgamation of rotund chopplegangers that belong better in a trench than broad daylight. Physiognomy aside, they take some getting used to. Understanding is half the battle, and unfortunately, I'm retarded. Grove has the best casters, the strongest magic, and the fastest unit in the game, which guarantees you the first move. Each spell has its own cooldown, so I can't spam Armageddon unless I retreat, return with another Phoenix, and spam Armageddon. But that's not always viable because single hero and tournament are very popular variants. So instead, I play this abomination, whose mirror copy works on the enemy to duplicate their strongest death stack under my direct control, which then proceeds to murder the original. And since I'm abusing Thaumaturgy and Murmurmancers, this will be my 4th spell on the first round of combat. And then I found out about luck, Grove's synergy with luck, and how, as a result of several sub-skills and laws, each of my units now crits for 300% damage 100% of the time. Dungeon is the Alvar Triumvirate. Basically bricks, but with troglodytes. The Dark Elves are in collaboration with the Dragons of Garrett Gorge and the Minotaurs of Ravage Roaming, resulting in a combined alliance of strength, resilience, and centralized banking. Each of their units come with a unique fighting style. Troglodytes can spit phlegm. Infiltrators can infiltrate other men. And the rest basically land more hits based on the position of the enemy, punishing tight formations, close groupings, or just existing in the general vicinity of a dragon. The trade-off is less damage, until you develop a legal system and simply outlaw the penalty. As merchants, we play only the greatest of merchants. We take Antiquarian, unlock his money printer, and buy every artifact in the game, as their sum greatly outweighs the monetary cost. Necropolis, the necromancers of Shadowspire, don't know how to raise dragons yet. So far, we can fuse them together. All we need is several living dragons and the entire economy. And then, my enemy casts Guillotine, turning the most powerful Tier 8 neutral into the most expensive pile of milk bones. Accordingly, vampires are your new ultimate, because that's all we can afford. The blood waterfall isn't even real, it's just red 40. My wife is dead. I don't want to remarry. I just want to summon skeletons. His rewind life can overheal and over-revive to create temporary stacks for the duration of a fight. All life is endless increases the effect of heals and revives, which synergizes with summon avatar to double this bonus. I take no losses because at the start of every fight, I multiply my ghosts, which coincidentally also have the ability to multiply, leading to a carefully managed feedback loop of infinitely rising numbers. Or just take Kelgul, rush Dread Knights, and win without firing a single synapse. Schism, on the continent of Arathia, to the north of Avlee, is meant to be Vori, the land of the snow elves. This region was never implemented or playable, so it's subject to a lot of speculation. Schism is complete fan fiction where dark elves have discovered and dug up Vori rituals to pull creatures from other planes, or the negative space in between.
No, that's impossible. It's a squid.
As a result, everyone is melting, going insane, or bloat maxing. In exchange, they win the numbers game, using dead tissue to bind more horrors, and using victories as momentum to artificially inflate their stacks. Hive, following Hero's tradition of having Inferno as the worst faction, Hive makes an attempt. They get the coolest Tier 1 in the game, with the best idle animation, but they have absolutely no
Wait, I feel like that's a different one, actually. Maybe
one
all
in the game
factions
with the
have this
best
type
idle
of thing.
animation, but they have absolutely no shooters unless you have a mountain of resources for a Tier 6 side grade, and they don't care. Once they close the gap, there's not much you can do, except watch them multiply because they can also lay eggs. Now, normally, there's counterplay to a highly vulnerable patch of temporary troops that take time to hatch, except the Hiver put its hornets on standby, so he'll always get the last move, lay his eggs, and spawn them without contest, at which point his cooldown resets. But that's not too bad, until you encounter a Maniacal Reaver and lose half your board in a single turn. You see, normally, units take turns and wait for everyone else. Maniacal Reavers ignore this paradigm entirely, because as long as they get that Call of Duty hit marker, they get a second, which is separate from morale.
Guys, it looks like that one character in League. The one that gets big. Do you guys know that? Oh my god, look! I even remember someone from League. What the fuck?
So they get a third. As your eyes start...
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Choga! Bro! What the...
tearing
the hell
up,
is this,
and your
actually?
Pampers diaper sags under the weight of its liquid gold. A fucking worm shows up and eats the rest of your stack. Also, don't try to mix armies, or a single hive mother will ruin your day,
What
as
the
she
hell
multiplies
is
her stats and propagates them to the entire swarm. But everything I've described
Ooh.
isn't the worst. No, taking a hero specialized in attribute gain and learning, leveling them to 12, and resetting their level to 1 with the faction-specific building that was recently buffed to give them 4 of each stat for every free level spent isn't just the worst. It's already banned and competitive,
hell
which
is that?
doesn't mean anything, because it's the same group of Poles, Russians, and dare I say, North Macedonians that complain about everything. 99% will never play competitive heroes because they don't live in an
play
Eastern Bloc
competitive
Khrushchevka. I have, so I'll give you a metaphor. SCP-106 is slowly chasing you, except it's David Goggins, and he's rock solid. He took his Rhino 99 Vyvanse and Tamriel rebuilt dick pills. He's got that migraine rage after playing Deadlock, and after 10 hours of anticipation, he phases through the wall and loudly proclaims, "Goggy want fuck." That's what competitive is like. In summary, everything I said is a lie. Necro and Schism are currently busted. Hive sucks ass. And I'm not handing away strats to my enemies. The music is good, the town screens are nice, the story and writing is atrocious and sounds like the intrusive faults of a Tumblr blog. There's no teams for players, no underground, no water tiles. But none of that really matters. It's early access, and they seem to be doing a good job. This is the same team that brought us Darkest Dungeon without the gay sex. I believe in them. If you like heroes, you'll like Olden Era. But why listen to me? I'm an influencer. Do you know what that means? I'm one plane flight removed from being a human porta potty in Dubai. Don't listen to my shit. Decide for yourself. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of a Merchants Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
He just like suddenly said something like, Holy shit. Wait. So from what? So basically, he showed so many so many Might and Magic that I don't know what is the actual Heroes of Might and Magic is. This one.
Leprechauns
Anything
for
that
spare
like
change,
looks new,
like
100%.
shipped to the
Look at
bauxite
that
mine to
shit.
fulfill
Yeah,
their destiny.
Everything like looks new 100%.
Barely sapient, and our
I see it's huge. He went from 0 to 100 real quick. I know. What the fuck? That's my Oshi. That's my Oshi for real. Alright, what should we watch next, actually? Holy shit, I feel like my brother would like that, though, if I'm being honest. No, I feel like we haven't really watched Company of Heroes by Seth, bro. I think I don't remember this at all.
Hi! If you guys want to yap with me live, come drop by streams on Twitch at Mojina_ or on YouTube at MojinaVT. Thanks for watching!